family, today we're looking at the very sad story of Wenda from INCREDIBOX SPRUNKI. Smash like on today's video so you don't cry from this really sad story. Because I heard if we don't get this video to 4,000 likes, then you are gonna cry on Christmas morning. Because an evil version of Cursed Wenda is gonna show up at your house. Oh my gosh. Stay away, Wenda! If I wanted an animal with pointy ears to show up at my house, I would have just invited over my dad. Because seriously, why do his ears look like that? Ugh.
Wenda was not always in the world of Sprunki.
Whoa, look at Wenda! She's outside of the video game! But thanks for the vacation invite, Wenda! It's not like I wanted to come anyways.
This is her sad origin story.
The story doesn't even look sad!
In the stark expanse of a city that never seemed to sleep, Wenda was a small white kitten.
Stop, Wenda! I don't even really like cats, but you're gonna make me want one! So tiny, like a little marshmallow. I wanna pop in my hot chocolate for Christmas time. If I wanted my hot chocolate to taste like feline. And family, the sad Wenda origin story is not the only INCREDIBOX SPRUNKI story we're gonna be looking at today. We also have the sad origin story of Gray and the sad origin story of Durple too. Watch the end of today's video to see those stories, because they're even sadder.
She lived with a nice family.
He's so cute.
And she loved them. They took care of her, feeding her, playing games together, taking her to school, to playgrounds, to the lake, buying her everything she needed.
Is that where she learned how to bark too? Because when I have not forgotten, that's the only sound you make in INCREDIBOX SPRUNKI. Sus.
Celebrating her birthdays, she was living the dream.
The cat dream.
However, what she did not know is that her life was about to change. One day,
Why?
her owners decided to go on a trip away from home, taking Wenda with them.
I don't like the sound of this.
Everything was going fine, and everyone was happy.
Okay.
Until Wenda was playing around. She saw a cute little butterfly and decided to follow her around, playing with her. At that moment, her owners decided to leave, not knowing that Wenda was not in the car.
What? No!
That day, she got lost.
They left Wenda behind!
Wenda, the cute little kitten, found herself utterly alone.
No!
In a scary, dark city. Her days were an endless challenge, each moment a battle for survival. She navigated the maze of cold, shadowy streets, where the clatter and clang of the city drowned out her soft muse.
Oh, family, this is so sad. Wenda thought she was on a cute little date at the park following a pretty little butterfly. But in reality, the butterfly made her family go bye-bye and leave her for the streets forever. Now it makes so much sense why Wenda barks like a dog all the time in INCREDIBOX SPRUNKI. Because her parents left her before she was even old enough to realize she was a cat. Wenda literally thinks she's a dog. Yeah, Wenda, you wish. Family, Chili Nuggy is officially back in stock at shopalexia.com. Last month, he sold out so fast that we had to bring him back for a limited time only. Go get Chili Nuggy before he sells out again forever.
Wenda's life was a series of obstacles gathered.
Challenges? Wenda, looks like you're giving that challenge to yourself, girl. Because why does it look like you're about to jump off the building?
Brought with it biting winds that seemed to pierce through her thin coat, chilling her to the bone.
She looks so cold.
She learned to pad silently behind the bustling crowds, seeking warmth from the fleeting closeness of hurried footsteps and finding shelter in discarded boxes that swayed with the wind, barely enough to shield her from the snow. When the rains came, they flooded her makeshift shelters, the water seeping into her fragile refuge.
She's
and
growing
forcing
up.
her to seek new havens. She climbed perilously high into the crevices of old buildings where the wind howled, but the rain couldn't reach.
Oh no!
It was during one such storm that Wenda discovered an overturned bin, its contents spilled like treasure on the wet pavement. Among the items, she found a wet, half-eaten sandwich.
Wenda! I know you're poor and have no home and really cold and probably really hungry too. But if you eat that bread, you might get super duper sick. Haven't you ever heard about the Subway guy with the Subway sandwich? You don't want to eat mold. Because if you do, then your cat ears might grow even bigger and bigger too. And then you're going to turn into a bunny rabbit. And then turn into an Easter bunny stew. Because somebody is going to try and eat you.
Wenda's spirit never waned. Her curiosity and motivation for life were not changed by the harshness of her surroundings. She found joy in small things. A discarded bottle cap became a toy.
That's
Its
fun.
shiny surface reflecting the city's dim lights as she battered it along the puddled sidewalks. It was on a particularly harsh night when the chill seemed unbearable.
Oh no!
And Wenda felt the weight of her loneliness more acutely than ever that she stumbled upon
Another piece of moldy bread! Oh no, Wenda! Your life is over!
upon the old antique shop. Inside,
Just kidding.
among
It's
shadows
just a
and
store.
cobwebs, she found the music box.
Music
Its
box?
surface was worn but beautifully carved with images of a world far more colorful and inviting than hers. When she pawed at it curiously, the box released a melody
Is that a bumblebee,
so
man?
pure and enchanting that Wenda felt a stir of hope
Oh.
as the music played. It seemed to wrap around her, a warm, glowing light
What?
that grew brighter with each note. The harsh, gray world of the city faded away, and in its place, something extraordinary happened.
Where's Wenda?
Wenda was no longer in the cold city.
What?
She was somewhere else entirely, a place where music filled the air.
No way.
Colors dazzled the eyes, and every creature moved in harmony. This was Sprunki, a world of rhythm, where she will live her whole life.
Wenda made it to Sprunki Land! Oh, family, that wasn't such a sad story after all, except for the whole, most of it that was sad. But until it got happy again, and now we're smiling. But remember, today's video was supposed to be sad, so we can't smile for too long until we move right on to the next INCREDIBOX Sprunki character that is going to make us depressed. Oh, perfect! Hello, Gray. How are you going to make us sad today?
Gray Sprunki, the sad story.
Oh, this already
of a
looks
lonely
sad.
character in a world without
Oh.
color. Everything was just shades of gray.
Gray looks scary.
He lived alone in a quiet, abandoned town.
Are you sure the town is abandoned, or did everyone just abandon you? Because honestly, bro, if I was looking at you too, I would probably get scared as well. Just saying.
Once full of life and color. Now all that remained were silent, gray buildings. Gray was sad, not just because he was gray, but because he was alone.
Gray was sad not just because he was himself, and that's already a tragedy itself. Gray was sad because he was lonely, also because he was just himself. Coincidence? I think not.
He wondered, was he sad because he was gray? Or gray because he was sad?
That's a good question.
Every day, he sat by a lake, throwing pebbles into the water, watching the ripples disturb his reflection. He longed for a friend, for someone to share his gray world. But as time passed, his hope faded, like the missing colors. Still, Gray showed strength in his solitude, holding on even when everything else had let go.
Gray's story is over just like that, but what happened to him? Did he find a friend? Was he happy after all? Most importantly, what happened to his eyeball? Seriously, that thing still looks sus. Oh no! Durple, your sad origin story is next.
Durple was not always in the world of Sprunki.
What?
This is his sad origin story.
Whoa, he looks like a giant purple dragon.
In a land filled with purple dragons.
Wait, I literally just said a purple dragon. Whoa. Am I psychic? Maybe.
A little dragon named Durple was born.
He's so
He
cute.
was very cute. His scales shone a deep purple, like the sky at dusk. Durple was very loved by his parents and friends, who were all happy and kind dragons. The land they lived in was full of music and color, and Durple grew up happy and curious.
Look at his little hands.
Exploring and playing. In this magical place, when Durple was a baby dragon, his world was a wonderful place filled with laughter and songs. His scales sparkled brightly under the sun, and he spent his days exploring the lush, the beautiful forests.
Lush. Excuse me, Mr. Narrator, sir. I think that's called a bug. Not the same.
On the swirling shadows cast by the clouds above, his parents taught him how to fly.
Ooh.
Soaring high above the treetops, teaching him the songs of the wind.
It's a little baby
and the dance
dragon.
of the stars. Durple loved these flying lessons. He would giggle with joy, his tiny wings buzzing with excitement.
Whoa.
As he tried to catch up with his mother or hide behind the clouds from his father.
Look how much bigger he's
The
getting.
evenings were his favorite, as the family would gather to watch the sunset, painting the sky in shades of purple and pink, singing ancient dragon lullabies that echoed through the mountains. Durple also had friends among the other young dragons. Together, they would play hide and seek among the giant ferns,
The story isn't even
or
sad.
race from one mountain peak to another, their laughter ringing across the valleys. One of his best friends was Mira, a light lavender dragon who was as fast as she was clever.
Whoa.
She would often devise new games for them to play, and Durple adored her inventive spirit. On special nights, the dragons would celebrate the Festival of Lights,
Wow.
where every dragon would light up the sky with their fiery breath, creating a dazzling display of lights that could be seen even from distant lands. These were magical times, filled with joy and community.
It's like a giant
And
flashlight
Durple
that they made with their
Felt like
mouths.
the luckiest dragon in the world
Oh,
to be part of such a wonderful family and circle of friends.
wait, that's so sweet.
These early years were filled with such happiness and beauty, shaping Durple into a joyful and curious young dragon,
Ah.
surrounded by love and laughter, in a world that seemed like it could never change. But one day, something terrible happened.
What?
A dark comet crossed the sky.
Wait,
As
no!
Durple and his family
No!
were preparing to watch the sunset from their favorite mountaintop.
Oh no.
The sky suddenly flashed a bright white. A loud boom echoed through the valleys
Huh?
as a falling star struck their beloved land.
Oh! Oh
It
no!
was no ordinary star, but a fiery comet that brought disaster in its wake. As the comet hit, the ground shook violently. Massive volcanoes, long dormant, woke with a furious roar, spewing lava and ash into the air. The forests, where Durple and his friends had played, caught fire, sending clouds of smoke billowing into the sky. The once vibrant land turned dark and chaotic.
Is everyone gonna be
filled with
okay?
Noise and terror. Durple's parents acted swiftly. His father shielded him with his mighty wings, while his mother used her powerful breath to extinguish flames that came too close.
How the chicken nugget you gonna extinguish flames with more flames? 'Cause all these dragons have fire breath. I am so confused.
They ran, flew, and dodged falling debris, leading Durple away from their crumbling home. The heat was intense, and the air was thick with ash, making it hard to see and breathe.
Whoa, a
Through the
volcano is
chaos.
erupting!
Durple's parents did everything to protect him. They navigated through the dangerous landscape, avoiding hot lava flows and falling rocks, in a final act of bravery.
Final?
As a giant fireball descended towards them, Durple's father pushed him into a small cave that was shielded by an overhanging rock. His mother quickly cast a protective spell, sealing the entrance with a magical barrier that shimmered with a faint purple glow. As Durple huddled inside the cave, he heard the world outside collapsing. The sounds of destruction were terrifying. After what seemed like an eternity, the noises faded, and a dreadful silence took over.
Durple is all
When
alone!
Durple finally emerged from the cave, shielded by the last of his mother's magic, he found himself alone.
No!
The land was unrecognizable,
Where is everyone?
covered in ash and lava, with no sign of his parents or any other dragons. Durple was the only one left, saved
No!
by his parents' love and quick thinking. With his home destroyed and his heart heavy with loss, Durple set out on a sorrowful journey through the devastated land, seeking a new place where he could belong and perhaps find others like him.
His parents are gone?
Deep down, he knew his life had changed forever.
Wait, this is
And
so
he carried
sad.
the memory of that terrible day as he ventured into the unknown. Durple was the only purple dragon left after the catastrophe.
Wait, if he's the only purple dragon left, does that mean there's other rainbow ones out there somewhere? Because honestly, I could go without purple if we could still find red, blue, green, yellow. I ain't picky. I like all the colors of the rainbow. And every single Skittle and M&M flavor, too.
Durple found himself wandering through a drastically changed world.
Wow, this is sad.
The once vibrant forests were now blackened and bare. The trees charred and the ground littered with ash. With each step, Durple felt the weight of loneliness.
Oh,
The cheerful chirps and songs that used to fill the air were silenced, replaced by the eerie quiet of desolation. Durple's journey was long and fraught with challenges. He had to learn to navigate through the remnants of the forest, finding paths where the fire had spared some life. As he moved further from his devastated home, the landscape slowly began to change. He encountered new forests that were not touched by the disaster, but these places were unfamiliar and daunting, filled with strange sounds and unknown creatures that watched him from the shadows.
Oh my chicken nugget, what are those?
Weighed heavily on Durple. He missed the laughter and companionship of his friends.
Yeah.
And the comforting presence of his parents.
And maybe the safety of not evil monsters lurking in the shadows? Seriously, family? What the chicken nugget are those? Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Night times were the hardest, without the familiar warmth of his family.
So
the
nervous.
cold seemed to seep into his bones. He often curled up in the roots of large trees, trying to find warmth in the memories of his past.
Ooh.
As the seasons changed, Durple faced new obstacles. Winter brought biting cold and snow that blanketed the ground, making it difficult for him to find food. His wings, though strong, were not used to the chill, and he had to seek shelter in caves or under large overhangs to stay warm. Spring offered some respite with its milder weather and the return of some greenery, but it also brought rains that turned the paths into mud.
He's muddy.
And streams into raging torrents that were dangerous to cross. During his travels, Durple learned to adapt. He discovered which plants were edible and how to catch fish from the streams. He grew adept at navigating by the stars and learned the patterns of the weather. Each obstacle he overcame made him stronger and more resilient. But the ache of loneliness never left him. One day, during a particularly harsh storm, Durple found shelter in a large cave, hidden behind a waterfall. Inside, something magical was about to happen.
Magical?
A strange musical sound
What's that?
was coming from the cave, reminding Durple of his colorful past.
Oh, he's so cute.
Curiosity overcoming his weariness, Durple explored the cave and discovered it was not just a place of refuge, but a gateway to something new.
What?
Painted on the walls were intricate murals depicting dragons and strange symbols that seemed to dance in the flickering light of his fire. Durple touched the symbols. The music grew louder, and a sense of hope stirred within him. A magical cloud of melodies covered him. He was no longer in the sad world he lived in. Durple found himself in a colorful world. Durple was forever in the world of Sprunki.
No way! Family! These Sprunki characters aren't just monsters! They're whole magical beings! Whoa, INCREDIBOX Sprunkies! I didn't know y'all were that cool. And oh, by the way, can I have some magic too? I want to fly off to a magical land. Family, go get Chili Nuggy and Saucy Nuggy from shopalexia.com before they are completely gone for the holidays. If you liked today's video, smash like and smash subscribe. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's video.